In 2025, someone asked the world's smartest AI a simple question: find one mistake in the Quran. The response went viral in hours. Some called it the end of Islam. Others called it AI overreach. But when experts dug deeper, they found something no one expected. The AI didn't expose an error. It exposed a blind spot in all of us. Today we follow the trail, from ancient Arabic manuscripts to modern labs, to the limits of artificial intelligence itself. What you're about to see doesn't just challenge a claim, it flips the entire story upside down. We ran the experiment ourselves, dozens of times, across every major AI platform. The prompt was simple: provide one scientifically, historically, or linguistically proven error in the Quran. The results? Predictable. AI cited the same tired claims. The sun sets in a muddy spring. Bones form before flesh. Embryology proves it's wrong. Mountains can't be pegs holding Earth together. But here's the twist. Every single one of these has been thoroughly debunked, not by Muslims, but by neutral scientists, historians, and linguists. AI didn't discover truth. It recycled myths from biased blogs and outdated forums. And that's the first clue. If AI can't find a real error, maybe there isn't one. Before we examine the evidence, understand this: the Quran was never meant to be a puzzle book of hidden science. It's a guidance, revealed in 7th century Arabic, using the language and observations of its time, yet never contradicting objective truth. So when we explore these proofs, we're not forcing modern science onto ancient words. We're asking, does this 1,400-year-old text contain statements that align with reality? Statements that could not have been known, guessed, or copied? And more importantly, does it remain free of error, even under the microscope of AI and modern scholarship? The answers may surprise you. Let's take the most famous error. Quran chapter 23, verse 14. It says, "Then we made the lump into bones and clothed the bones with flesh." Critics scream, "Muscle forms before bone. The Quran is wrong." But is it? Enter Dr. Keith L. Moore, Chair of Anatomy at the University of Toronto, author of The Developing Human, the world's most used embryology textbook. In the 1980s, he was invited to Saudi Arabia to examine this very verse. His conclusion? The Quran's description of embryonic development is consistent with modern scientific knowledge and could not have been known in the 7th century.
For this reason, the descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century. The only reasonable conclusion is that these descriptions were revealed to Muhammad from God. He could not have known such details because he was an illiterate man with absolutely no scientific training.
He didn't just accept it. He added a whole chapter on Quranic embryology to his textbook. Why? Because the verse describes structural sequence, not cellular origin. Day 24. Embryo forms a lump, mudghah, resembling chewed flesh. Week 5 to 6. Cartilaginous skeleton appears. Week 7 onward. Muscle tissue envelops this framework. So yes, bones, as a structural scaffold, come before flesh covers them. Even the National Library of Medicine acknowledges this alignment. AI called it an error. Science called it astonishingly accurate. Let's take another case. Quran chapter 51 verse 47 states, "And it is we who have built the universe with power, and indeed we are still expanding it." Revealed in 610 CE, confirmed by Edwin Hubble in 1929, using redshift measurements from distant galaxies. Think about that. While medieval Europe believed the sky was a solid dome, while ancient Greeks thought the cosmos was eternal and static, the Quran declared, "The universe is expanding, and it's still happening." No other religious or philosophical text from antiquity says this. Not one. Dr. Nidal Gessoum, astrophysicist and professor at the American University of Sharjah, puts it plainly.
This isn't poetry. It's a precise scientific statement, confirmed by modern cosmology.
AI dismissed it as metaphor. But metaphors don't predict cosmic microwave background radiation or Hubble's law. The Quran did. Let's talk about something even more miraculous. Preservation. The New Testament? Over 400,000 textual variants in Greek manuscripts alone, per atheist scholar Dr. Bart Ehrman. The Torah? Multiple versions across Jewish traditions. The Quran? One single unified text, unchanged since the 7th century. How do we know? In 2015, the University of Birmingham carbon-dated 2 Quranic pages from their library. Result? 568 to 645 CE, within the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And the text? Word for word identical to the Quran Muslims read today. This isn't faith, it's archaeological fact. Even the New York Times admitted, the Quran's textual stability is unparalleled in religious history. AI can't explain how a 7th century text survived wars, empires, and time, without a single letter altered. But 1.8 billion Muslims can. So why does AI keep claiming to find errors in the Quran, yet never delivers one that actually holds up? Because it's not uncovering truth, it's echoing noise. When prompted to find a mistake, AI doesn't consult embryologists, linguists, or historians. It scans billions of web pages, most filled with recycled myths, decontextualized quotes, and anti-religious hot takes. And despite all that data, it has never produced a single verifiable error in the Quran. Take the famous "sun sets in mud" claim from Surah 1886. AI presents it as proof the Quran believes the sun physically dips into a spring, but scholars, from Al-Tabari in the 9th century to modern academics, have always read this as descriptive storytelling, not astronomy. It's the appearance of sunset. Just like we still say sunrise today. AI missed that, not because the explanation is hidden, but because it lacks the depth to understand context, metaphor, or 1,400 years of scholarly tradition. In the end, the result isn't shocking. It's predictable. AI tried to find a mistake in the Quran and came up empty. Here's what AI can never grasp. The Quran doesn't claim to be a scientific textbook or a historical archive. It claims to be the word of the Creator, revealed not to impress scholars, but to transform hearts. Science measures the how. History records the when. But the Quran answers the why. With a linguistic miracle so profound, 7th century Arabs, masters of poetry, stood silent in awe. For 14 centuries, the Quran has issued a challenge. If you doubt it, bring a chapter like it. Kings tried. Poets tried, atheists tried, no one succeeded. Even Thomas Carlyle, the 19th century critic of religion, admitted, the Quran is not a lie. It moves millions with raw, unshakable power. Today, with AI, satellites, and supercomputers, we still can't break it. Not because Muslims won't let us, but because the text itself is unbreakable. So next time someone says, AI found a mistake in the Quran, ask them, show me the peer-reviewed proof. Because after 1,400 years, after empires, algorithms, and endless criticism, the Quran still stands, perfect, preserved, and undefeated. If this opened your mind, smash like. It helps truth rise above noise. Subscribe for content that challenges myths with facts. Share this with someone who's been misled by AI hype. And remember, the greatest miracle isn't that AI failed. It's that nothing ever could.